Zoom homies, chatting every night, laughing every night, because we're old. Zoom homies. Zoom homies, chatting every night, laughing every night, because we're old. Zoom homies. Zoom homies, chatting every night.
Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
Live from the Tony Wallow Studios, it's the Ken Stout Live Show, featuring the Zoom Homies, produced by LK Productions. Show. So welcome to Sunday night, 9:01. I'm a little off. Hopefully my audio is fine, both in Zoom and in YouTube. I was messing with the microphone earlier this afternoon. Learned my lesson on that. So if I could get a shout out from Jose and Greg to check audio, please.
For mixed media, only the best.
The mixer showed you're from OBS point of view. I've got it set wrong, which is not surprising. So I'm going to tone that back down a little bit. Can I get a photo mixed media only the best? Take 2, please.
Okay, take 2. For mixed media, only the best.
Yeah, okay, I got it adjusted much better. Okay, cool. Whew. What a Sunday. Did some outside Greg Guy work. We trimmed a bunch of our plants for lack of knowing what they're called. Oh, wait, my camera didn't come on yet, did it? Wonderful. I told you. We're going to try something here. Ah, there we go. Yay, success. Jose and I literally been working on this since about 20 till 9 to get it to work. And every time we tried it, and when I say we, me, it wouldn't work. So if the camera suddenly cuts out, don't think anything about it. There's nothing normal about this group. No, this is true. This is very true. I've never had a pizza from Outback. I didn't even know they had pizza. Jim says there's nothing normal, and Bobby Warren says if we do meet up, I'll order pizza, or if I host, I'll order Outback. Well, party's going to be at Bobby's house. Tony Wallow says, hola, Tony. Hello. Guten Abend. No, wait a minute. Yeah, guten Abend's good evening. God, I had to think about that in a minute. Now, we got quite a bit done outside today. And then we did quite a bit inside today. We did a lot of computer work, believe it or not. We went through the files and pulled some things out for the screensaver, and we pulled some things out for a specific folder that's identified as, I think, called Koi Pond. I'll show you guys that later on. I don't think I particularly want to share it over this. I mean, there's nothing there. It's just the Koi Pond that I built. It's kind of boring, actually. But Greg will be happy. It's not DaVinci Resolve.
Thank God.
Speaking of DaVinci Resolve, I did upload something about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not going to mention anyone's name, but I got a message saying, "Oh my God, you're still up!" Yes, Mrs. K and I were actually watching the 8 minute and 38 second thing that I posted, and then we watched last Saturday night, not last night, but last Saturday night's live stream, because it's gotten 251 views last I checked, and I don't understand why. Last night's got, I think, 50 something.
Because I was in it.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay, well that resolves that problem. Hello, Alex.
Hello. We need to give you an award for being so early tonight.
I started at 9 o'clock last night. I didn't get an award last night.
Well, I don't remember because you switch it around so often because she worked.
When she's working, the stream will start as close to 10:30 as I can. When she is off, I will start to stream usually around 9 o'clock. Now, tonight was in jeopardy because OBS was having a conflict with Zoom. And Jose and I finally got that fixed. So looking at next week's schedule, tomorrow night will be 10:30, Tuesday night 10:30, Wednesday 10:30. Thursday will be 9 o'clock because for some unknown reason they gave her the day off. Friday night will be 9 o'clock because she's off on that night as well. And Saturday will be 10:30. So I have to mute myself and let her know something.
Alex, Mr. Ken is starting to Mrs. K. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine. I'm doing as well as I always do. Just waiting to hear back from a couple of jobs. One I interviewed with last week, and one I'm waiting to hopefully get an interview with.
We did. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I finished.
Okay, cool. That's cool. And you're practicing being more patient.
Your audio's bad.
Yeah, your audio is kind of bad.
You've been good up until right there, and that was a little bit
Distorted.
yeah, broken up, or however you want to call it. 253 now on last Saturday nights. That's weird that it'd been working all that time, and now all of a sudden it just messes up.
There's a lot of going on with my little portable setup here, but anyways, and that could affect my audio and video videos. What I was saying to Alex is that are you practicing to be more patient?
I wouldn't. I guess I have no choice. But
I couldn't understand the question. He was so broken up. What was the question?
I think he said, "Am I practicing to be more patient?"
Oh. Well, I hope so. Is anybody seeing an arrow over on the clocks on the YouTube stream?
No, I do not.
What about now? You see the arrow now?
I see your You're talking about your mouse cursor?
That would be, yeah, I call it the mouse character.
Yes, I'm seeing it.
Okay, and then when it goes over Zoom, all right. Because I noticed last night on the one we watched, the mouse was over the clock somehow, and I can't figure out how that happened. I get it. If I go to Zoom and hover, then it's going to show up. I understand that. I am going to try a little experiment here.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I'm going to regret it, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to make Alex the host.
Oh God, here we go.
Alex, when I come back, I will take back over the hosting duty. So enjoy this moment while you can. Confirm you're the host once you're the host.
Yes, I got it.
Put me in the waiting room. Sometime between now and New Year's Eve. Okay, somebody put a message in, let him know to let me back in. This is interesting. Or you know what? I could leave and come back. I'll just play an Alex Cheek. Watch this. Unless that little sucker. That's okay. I'm going to be back in.
Come back and reclaim.
Yes, I'm going to reclaim it. Now I'm going to put you in the waiting room because I need to see something. I just need to confirm something. And since you're accustomed to going there, well, oh well, you know, bye. I know, I'm mean. I'll give him a second to. So you know all the changes we made last night for the waiting room, they're not there. When I was in the waiting room, it said, "Welcome to Ken's Zoom." That's or "Welcome to Zoom" or something like that. It didn't actually say whatever it was we changed it to, and I don't really remember. So this is interesting. This is two things today with Zoom that have caught my attention.
You're correct, Ken. It's the normal Zoom logo, not whatever you changed it to.
Right. I forgot you were listening to it on. So that's interesting. I can change it to Da Vinci with no problem because you saw that.
Oh, there's your co-host that just joined. So I definitely won't be getting host back tonight.
Oh, that was a one-time deal. That was it.
Once in
And the next time I get this figured out and want to test it, it's a one-time deal. Today and today only. You know, these TV commercials you see, today and today only. That was today. So, oh, I forgot to set my mic back. Let me check that setting as well.
Hope that steak was good you had, by the way.
It's delicious. The baked potato was good. The salad, the whole meal was good. I did not golf today. We worked outside and prepared the yard for spring and summer. Wintermute says, yep, saw no MP4 image in the waiting room. Now, my question is, how was Wintermute able to go into the waiting room?
Yeah.
That's if he was able to access the Zoom waiting room without ever being in the meeting, that's interesting. Oh, we see what you see. Oh, wait a minute. Jim, you are going to be the host. Now, wait a minute. Before I do that, hold on a minute. I'm going to make a couple changes and see if I can effectively change this or not. I'm curious. We went to Rural King to buy roses today, but at $15.99 for a rose bush, we said that ain't happening.
What is your price range?
Not $15.99. That's a little pricey considering we went to Walmart and I think they're $6.99, I believe it was.
But don't those last and last for quite a while? So $15 wouldn't be that that. I mean, I don't know anything about roses really.
Well, I expect $15 in my PayPal in the morning from you. All right. Your settings have been updated, but I think we determined in order for this to work, it's got to be a new Zoom. So, Jim, throw me in the waiting room, please.
Let's see. I don't know if I can I actually do that?
You should be able to. I made you the host. I should be a nobody.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought maybe co-host was not right. Okay, here we go.
So that did not. And I see now how Wintermute saw it because he is seeing what I'm seeing. Even in the waiting room, I guess that makes sense because OBS is picking up the Zoom window and who's ever in the Zoom window. But isn't this interesting that if I were to move this down, okay, today, you can move down, I can see me right here. Let me temporarily turn the clocks off and see if that will show. It does not. So is this because, do I need to expand this? No. So if you look right here, that's actually me. And if I move, I mean, I can see the waves moving and everything else. I don't think you guys are seeing that. Because I've tried. You move that up. That should move. That should have moved up on OBS, but it did not. Okay, cool. So I'm going to sneak back in. Sure I am. Okay. The host will admit you when they are ready. Well, let's go see if they're pulling a funny one on me and have locked me out of my own meeting. Wouldn't that be a hoot? Oh, ha ha. They did not. I'm back and it still says Zoom. Yeah, we see what you see. But last night, Alex saw. Okay. Sorry, Alex. Let me know what you see now, please. By the way, Mrs. K saw the Alex timer for the first time last night, and I thought she was going to roll on the floor. She thought that was so funny. It was kind of interesting watching. We watched 3. You're muted.
I see what you saw.
You still see the Zoom thing.
Yeah.
Wonder how it changed before, but now it doesn't. Oh well, I'll deal with that later.
But last night when I was in there, I seen DaVinci Resolve.
I know that's what's got me perplexed, is because I'm not doing anything different.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
How many times do I got to tell you, your computer and your internet is haunted because you and Chris and everybody can't access the website, but everybody else can. You seem to be having problems with Zoom. So
I didn't realize we were talking about your website. I thought we were trying to fix the Zoom issue. I'm sorry. Thank you for bringing me up to speed. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that fits.
And this one will actually be 30 seconds. And don't leave because I'll put the waiting room back on.
30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23,
I changed
22,
it and it said save
21,
and
20,
what it's been
19,
saying, so we'll see.
18, 17,
I don't know.
16, 15, 14, 13,
I guess everything's
12,
gone up in the world.
11,
I didn't realize roses
10,
were that expensive.
9, 8,
I think last year in
7,
Illinois at
6,
Rural King, they were
5,
under $5
4,
for
3,
one bush.
2, 1.
We got the yard looking all nice and ready. And what are you working on, Jim?
I've got a new enclosure that I'm just kind of trying to figure out.
You look more like your old self.
Yeah, more or less recovered at this point.
Good.
I got a good one for you.
What
Ken.
was in the waiting room?
Oh, just the normal Zoom background.
Okay.
And as far as stuff going up, I ordered some chocolate chip cookies from Amazon, just normal Amazon brand chocolate chip cookies.
That makes sense.
Only 2 or 3 days ago, and they was $2 and some change. Those same cookies now are $6.
Yeah, everything's going up. It is literally ridiculous.
And they're not even name brand, they're like Great Value brand, but on Amazon.
Huh.
They're Amazon brands. They have a lot of like trail mix and cookies and crackers and stuff.
Now that's interesting. I think my OBS, I shouldn't have updated it. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Let me turn that off. Oh, wait a minute. I know why that is. I've got it locked, so that makes sense. Don't mind me. I'm just messing around with something in OBS. Okay, I'll turn the waiting room back off now that I don't anticipate putting Alex back in there now that it doesn't work. I cannot speak for my co-host though.
You don't have a co-host right now.
I'm not sure if what they're planning on doing. Hi, William.
Hey.
So Alex, that alligator in his background is what was supposed to be being seen in the Zoom waiting room. And it was actually on the Zoom account showing that it was there. So I'm not sure what happened on that.
No, you gotta work it out.
I don't know. I mean, the crazy thing is we put Da Vinci in there and it worked. He left and he saw Da Vinci. Unless he's got a camera here I don't know about and he was spying on me.
This is the only camera I've got connected on the computer is the webcam.
Yeah, but can't you remote into someone's system and access their camera and see what's going on? It's like
you turned off the permanent access. So the only way I can get in on your computer is if you click on the green accept button.
That's right, I did. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Even if you have any desk running in the background all the time, it won't do me any good unless you click on it.
Yeah, but any desk has to be running, right? If I exit any desk, you can't access the computer, right?
Well, I can't access the computer at all without you pressing that green button, but for sure I can't access it if you exit to any desk.
Right, okay. All right. So I'm waiting for Sean to join us. I've got some kind of sort of interesting news for him.
These remote software tools aren't designed to really be spying on people because the person will know if you're trying to spy on them because they'll know that you're trying. If they're watching, they'll know that you're trying to set a password once you connect to be able to reconnect.
Unless you've got it set up to where you will automatically connect, and then of course you can connect, and they have no idea if you've connected or not. Right?
At least with AnyDesk, they will always know you're connected, because whenever you connect or whenever you try to connect, the AnyDesk icon will show up on the taskbar, just like any normal open program does.
Okay, so I've heard the term tossed around in the last couple of weeks of normals. Do you think the normal computer user is going to, oh, look, there's a new icon popped up on my taskbar?
No.
I second
No.
that. No. And I have remote access to 4 computers right now, and I've logged in knowing they're sitting right there looking at their screen, because I turn their camera on and I know they're looking at their screen. They have no clue until I open up a notebook and go, hey! So while you're technically correct, but nobody notices that stuff.
Or in Josh's case, start playing music through his
Well,
speakers.
I haven't logged into his computer in probably 3 weeks now, so, but that's a good idea.
That works.
I heard somebody say it worked. What's working?
Just the enclosure. I'm testing it out.
Yeah,
I just heard a USB noise, though.
Yep. I moved some things around today because my keyboard kept screwing up, so I put the dongle back into the back of the machine to see if that's going to resolve it. I don't think it is. I still have keyboard issues, so I bought batteries today. I'm going to change the batteries out and see if that solves it. We bought a $9 flashlight at Rural King. Well, the power's been going out, and she did have a legitimate argument. I will have to admit with her, she did have a good argument.
Good morning.
All right,
Or
that's
good afternoon.
cool.
August.
Uh-oh, she's talking about me. I can hear her.
Yeah, that's how wireless keyboards do what they want to do when they want to do it.
Yeah, I had the USB dongle plugged into my hub, and it's actually been working quite well up until the last couple of days. And then lately, Bobby, I hope you don't remote into my computer when I don't use it. No, Bobby, I do not remote into your computer because I don't have permission to log into your computer, number one. Number two, I've never connected to your computer via AnyDesk or TeamViewer or any of those other wonderful programs. So it's a good bet to say, you guys want to see Bobby's computer? Watch this.
Yeah.
There's no way for you to connect.
I can't. There's no way
connected before.
No, there's not. I mean, I hear rumors that it's possible that you possibly can do that. I'm not smart enough. Number one. Number two, I would have no reason to do that.
Yeah, that's why I have minimal. That's why I have minimal contact with you, Alex.
So Bobby
you
says
afraid
it'll
of
show his text messages. What do you do? Pop out chat and make it to full screen? That was for Bobby, by the way. That was for you guys. I thought about, and I don't know. What do you guys think? I swear I need to learn how to speak. I think I'm having early symptoms of an aneurysm or something because I can't talk without stuttering. What do you guys think about me putting the chat window right next to the Zoom window in YouTube, on YouTube?
No.
You're talking about the Zoom chat window?
No, the YouTube chat window,
I don't see the point in that.
just to fill that space.
Yeah, I do. A lot of streamers on Twitch, on YouTube, they do that. They do like a overlay on one of the sides of
Yeah.
the screens and everything, and so I like it. I like to see that.
Doug
But
does it to a certain extent. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but Doug
Oh.
does it to a certain extent too. If you think about it, because
Yeah.
he'll
Yeah, but one he does it. He makes it full screen, and then when we start talking on Zoom, he takes it away. He don't keep it up there.
right. Plus his week, the things he does Monday through Friday, he does as well. It's just something last night. I was critiquing after watching Jose critique my pictures last night. I was in a critiquing mood, and when Mrs. K and I were watching the videos for my channel, I was critiquing it, going, "Oh my God, oh my, I got to change this." So, by the way, Alex, she likes the timer. She was rolling on the floor, laughing.
I'm sure she was.
She was, trust me.
Now, y'all can have y'all's laughs, and I guess I'll just stay in the waiting room.
Again, I personally am not going to put you in the waiting room tonight. I can't speak for the co-host, and if I have another co-host, I can't speak for that co-host, and if I have another co-host, I can't speak for that. I mean, people do what people do. I mean, nothing I can do about it.
You know,
I gotta go to the other room, so I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
okay, good heavens, he's going to the room because I want to say this, Ken. It's not a bad idea to have more than one co-host. Nothing against you, Jim. Right? Nothing against you, but it's like one of those. It's the same concept of having a backup of a backup of a backup.
Yeah. No, I'm going to, I think, always have a co-host on the inadvertent outside chance that the power goes out and I lose everything. Then I've got someone that'll keep things going. Now, they obviously can't keep YouTube going for me. But, it's a good idea. Roy says, I'm finally on when you were here. For some reason, my computer not telling me when you are on. That's just a YouTube notification thing, Roy. And that has been going on for quite some time. I've actually unsubscribed, resubscribed, unchecked the bell, rechecked the bell, and I still don't get notifications. So I'm a lot like Jim. I'm subscribed to, I believe, 45 people, I think it is. But I only watch 3 or 4. I don't watch very many. But I also want to remain subscribed to him because I'm still thinking about doing something about subscribers. I may get in cahoots with someone on that. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 50 subscriptions right now. The very top one is Live Windows Training. The second one is Grandpa Doug, Fortnite, whatever that is. Then the next one's Da Vinci. The next one's Da Vinci. Then Jim. Then Carrie.
Carrie should be number 1.
Oh, yes. Just in case he's watching. Then the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are Da Vinci. Then Rick Lakes. Technically, he could be Da Vinci too, I guess. Then we have 4 more Da Vinci.
Nice.
I think I watched too many Da Vinci videos, actually.
I agree.
My bottom, the very one at the very least, the last one on here is Planet Gyros or Euros or however you say his name. 9 words is second to the last. Dr. Rob's on there. Scott Fitzner, who no longer even produces videos, is still on my subscriber list. So I probably need to go unsubscribe to him. But I have a philosophy about subscribers, especially the low channel guys. and if they're wanting to get monetized. I got my hand over my own face. Doggone it. Thanks for telling me, guys. The lower
I'm
channel
not-
guys,
I'm not watching the stream, so I don't know. All I'm looking at is Zoom.
Okay, so if I put my hand
Same
right
here.
back over there, and you're watching the stream,
Okay, yeah.
and then
yeah,
now
okay.
Chris joining offsets the
Right.
dynamic, so it just gives me an idea too. Anyway,
Yeah, when you have your hand over your face, that look way better.
you know, we need to discuss your lifetime agreement. You do know that, right?
No, nope. It's already set on stone. You know.
What stone? Wait a minute. Better yet, whose stone? Oh,
Yeah.
watch this. Am I talented enough to put my hand under this and make it look like my hand? Oh, it's my left hand, by the way. Nope, I'm not. Anyway, I think the people that are trying to get to 1,000, I stay subscribed to them just on the outside chance they do want to get monetized if they get to 1,000. But, you know, I don't necessarily watch each and everybody I am subscribed to. That may sound terrible. There's not enough hours. If I watched everyone I'm subscribed to, it'd have to be a 55-hour day because I need 5 hours to make coffee and then 50 hours to watch the streams.
Yeah.
And
I
even
hover
then,
around-
yeah,
I'm sorry. I hover around 385. Usually it's about plus or minus 2 or 3 either way.
I was 245 and I'm like, yes, I'll be at 250, 244. I mean, literally right before my eyes, 244.
Yeah.
That's my fault.
Hi, Chris.
Because on my other channel, you know how I subscribe to you both? I was subscribed on both channels. I unsubscribed to a lot of people that I was subscribed to twice. So I wanted to narrow it down. I had a long list.
Now, I will unsubscribe if the person is over 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. If they've got a massive amount of subscribers, I'll unsubscribe. Yes, Jose.
Talking about subscription here on YouTube and subscribing to this channel, subscribing to this other channel. I'm subscribed to some channels here, and some of them are from here. Jim, you can, I think. But I want to protest. Protest. You know. You see, you went down your list of the channels that you subscribed, right?
You're on there.
Mm-hmm. You
are.
didn't mention me.
I didn't mention you, but you're on there.
Am I on there?
Oddly enough, Greg, I do have a napping channel, and it says something in parentheses about Greg Guy. I'm afraid to go there. So if you want to join the Zoom channel, you have to send me an email at the email that's on the screen, and we will go from there.
So Ken, I'm going to take back the protest here.
Take back the what?
The protest.
Oh, okay. So I will tell you where you are at on my subscribers list, and you know that's driven by when you go visit. Oh my gosh, who's this? Squirrel. Huh, I may have to go watch that later. You are.
I should be in alphabetical order and P.
You're the 22nd name on the list, and no, it is not alphabeticalized. I believe it is driven by what you watch. Because my top subscriber, which is Live Windows Training Doug Betts, that's what I watch every day. Now, I haven't watched Grandpa Doug Learns Fortnite in a while, so why that one's still showing up, I'm not sure. It should drop. The next one on the list is Essential Video, which is DaVinci, and I just watched a video of them this morning. So maybe that's something that would be worth experimenting with. I don't know. Oh, Stealth! Welcome in.
Does he not have a microphone or is something going on?
I'm not sure. Stealth.
Earbud, you should be able to hear me.
Oh, okay.
Check 1, 2.
Okay. Okay.
Can you, I seen his
I gotta
mouth
turn it
move.
down.
Can
I
you
gotta
guys
turn it
hear him?
Well, he wasn't actually speaking for a while, so I was curious as to maybe there was an audio issue that I didn't know about.
I bet it's a sound bar. I bet he has sound bar issues.
Well, here we go. Check. Nope, no, that's wrong one.
You're
Hold
fine.
on.
You're fine.
You hear me? Okay. Should be able to hear me.
I'm messing with you, Stealth. I'm just.
Ah,
messing
you
with
freaking me out. I'm like, I'm looking at the settings going, okay, what did I do?
Oh,
That was
by the
good.
way, by the way, No Man's Sky, interesting game.
Oh, it's awesome, my friend. It's endless what can be done in that game. My friend is sending me these crazy mods like build your own ship and shizzle and destroy the galaxy, and they're like doing galactic battles with each other, blowing each other's ships up, and I'm like, holy crap! I said, you built all that? They actually build the game and then play each other.
Yeah.
It's really insane. I was like, I've never seen anything like it. It's almost like a game design game. It's so intense on my system, I almost can't really play it.
And
It's outgrown my capabilities, and that's where I'm at. I'm like, oh crap, yeah.
Which
What
game
do you,
is
Do
this?
you know what you? I'm sorry. Do you know what you're getting for frame rates on that?
Oh gosh, maybe 30
Okay.
to 60, so between 30 and 60.
Well,
it varies,
I-
you know.
I got it for half price on Steam because they had a sale. So I figured I would download it and I would look at it. I'm running a 5600X and a 3060 12 gig, and I'm averaging, I want to say, around 85 to 90.
Nice. That's what you need for gameplay. They told me it should be like 80 to 100 for good gameplay because there's so many objects moving all the time. The grass, the ships, the stars, the comets, the people coming at you. Watch out.
Yeah, I would say the average is about 85. I've seen it dip to about, I want to say 75. And I've
How
seen
much
it
is that card, Jim? How much is that card?
Well, now it's affordable. When I bought it, it was over $500.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Anything below 500 is affordable. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
but
yeah.
I'm sorry to get off on this, Kim, but I just
Oh,
wanted
you're
to,
fine.
I wanted to run this by him because I know he's looking to build the system.
Yep, I got to build
And-
something
and-
because I'm
and
stuck.
what-
I'm
and-
kind of stuck at the moment. I can play, but not really. Because
Okay.
it starts to go.
I'm just
whatever, you know
I'm yeah, what my thing is here is I'm giving you a frame of reference, okay? Because
Thank you.
the stuff that the list that I gave you is better than the gaming system that I currently have. So I'm giving you a reference. With the stuff
Excellent.
with the stuff I'm running, this is the result I'm getting. And by the way, I'm doing it at 1440p.
Excellent. Yeah, I want to run high end because you got to see all the details because you have to target certain things in a specific spot. And if you can't see it, you have to get right up on it to see it. That sucks. Yeah, it's like,
So the
yeah.
AMD card I specified for you does slightly better than the 3060 that I have. And of course, if you're going to go with the 7000 series, let's put it this way: the CPU is not going to be your issue.
It's gonna
Even
be
if
the graphics
even
card.
even if you
RAM and graphics for sure.
well, I'm running
I want
32
to go
gig.
DDR5, 1.5. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm running DDR4 32 gig. I'm running on a 5000 series AMD. And I'm running on a 3060, which is not anywhere close to, that's like a barely mid-range card.
That's not bad. I didn't think it would handle it. You know,
No,
that's pretty good. I didn't
it's
realize
not
that.
having, no, I'm not having any real issues at all. Like I said, sometimes it'll dip down to 70 or 75, but the average
When
is
there's
around
a whole lot of
85.
stuff. You know, all the enemies and everything start coming, all the animals start running at you. The herd runs at you, and you're like, oh crap, you got to move.
So, assuming that you go with my recommendation, I don't see you having any trouble.
Really? Okay. And that is a Ryzen 7? Tell me again, I believe this.
Yeah, I think I specified most of the same parts that I have in here.
Because you said DDR5, and that's what I was looking for.
There's DDR5 in here, yes.
Okay. Excellent.
So, Jim, I sent you a message. I'd like you to take a look at that, and we'll discuss it later if that's fine. Bobby
Okay.
Warren said, I saw Jim, I want to build a system too. I'm going to go check my email. I know I have an email because I've been told I have an email, so I will be right back.
Okay.
Pretty much know if you're going to build a system now, you're going to go DDR5 is the new standard.
Yeah,
You got to go with DDR5 on a new gamer system because they're changing when they go to Windows 11. They're changing something about the way the games are. They've already warned us. They're like, make sure you have all ready to go. And I'm like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. So they're going to switch pretty soon. Yeah, it's not going to be long.
All right, so I guess I'll have to wait for him to get back to discuss this thing. I don't know if he wants to discuss it now or wants to discuss it later.
If you're going from a 1070 GTX 1070, do you think the RTX 3060 is enough, or?
Well,
update?
I will give you. Hold on a second. 1 second. Let me see. I think it's
Jim, I'll shoot you another message here in a second.
Okay.
I would prefer we talk about it after the stream.
Okay,
I mean, it's no
that's
big
fine.
deal, but
No, it's not,
I just want to get your thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, welcome in. I didn't see you come in.
All right.
Windows 13. Chris, we're not talking Windows 13.
Somebody said they.
Windows 13. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, I ain't seen that one.
I'm putting a link in the YouTube chat for a website where you can compare CPUs and graphics cards.
I know I should be comparing us covered because I got a 750 watt power supply in there. It should handle most of the mid-range cards.
So currently it's a 1070. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'll be back. I'm going to go look at my email again. What's the link for? Ask Geek. Is this Best Buy related?
No, I don't think it is.
Yeah.
But you can compare any two graphics cards or any two CPUs, and they will give you charts as to relative performance of the two. And yeah, actually the 3060, the standard 3060, which is a 12 gigabyte card, yeah, pretty much it exceeds the 1070 in a lot of things. In a number of things, it's about dead even. So
Help me out. I can't see the chat for some reason. It's interesting.
What?
Oh, there it is. Never mind. I have my Windows to minimize. Sorry. Like an idiot. Sorry.
Grand Theft Auto has the biggest file ever. Grand Theft Auto 5 has 15 gigabytes.
I don't see it, Jim. So which chat? I'm not sure which chat.
Sorry about that. I was muted. Sean, I answered your comment in the chat. I don't know if you saw it or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just being funny. It said if you have 244 subscribers, I need to unsubscribe.
I actually had 245 for a little bit. I mean, I was like, I seriously entertained thoughts of, man, I'll hit 250 by the end of the month. Damn it, 244. Way it goes. I'll mute myself again. I'm gonna have a email conversation here. I mean, you guys can't hear it, but you'll hear my ridiculous answers.
Any of those things that in all minutes, I don't expect you to believe any. Except the responsibility is mine.
My mom bought these Simply protein bars. And they're disgusting.
You really have a room there.
They're just plain out disgusting. We gotta eat them, so.
I'm muted. Nobody else should be muted.
Know how loyal.
I'm just muting the Yeti so that it doesn't go out over anything, YouTube or Zoom.
Sorry, that was me. I muted myself. Yeah, just for a second.
That is nasty. It tastes nasty. It looks nasty and everything. Well, like we bought them, so we got to eat them. They're keto, whatever the hell you want to call them things.
Yeah.
That is like some kind of peanut bar.
This one's lemon coconut. and it's 15 grams of protein, 1 gram of sugar, and 150 calories. And it tastes like shit.
That's good stuff, I think.
Well.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. Thank you. I got it.
Let me see. I'm scrolling back through YouTube chat here.
Can anybody see what's going on in the chat right now? I don't want to say any names, but kind of weird.
That's okay. Guy says he has a nosebleed. His name's Adam Solomon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Did you get a nosebleed from waiting for Ken too long?
Dude, I've had it happen to me. Let me tell you a story about this, brothers. It happened to me actually. I have a lot of sinus issues, and I've been taking Sudafed, and I wanted to find an alternative to Sudafed to try to reduce the amphetamine type part of it. So I switched to Allegra. When I switched to Allegra through the pharmacist, through my doctor, everything blessing pharmacist, I was taking it as prescribed, and all of a sudden I went to go get my kids from school one day, and I wasn't feeling too good, and I said, "Babe, what's up?" And I said, "I don't know. My sinuses, they feel open, but I can't breathe still." And all of a sudden, just blood came out of everywhere. It bled for about 30 minutes. I thought I was going to go to the hospital. I thought I'm literally going, "Oh my God!" And I had to call the school and say they arranged transportation for my kids to get home. Oh my gosh! I thought I was going to call the police. I didn't know what was going to happen because that's a big trouble if you can't get your kids from school. That's a big problem. All of a sudden, the last second, you can imagine. I'm going, "Oh my God, what do I do?" And I'm freaking out, and I couldn't stop it from bleeding. And I called my doctor and everything. And if you look at the fine print on Allegra, can cause nosebleeds if you have chronic sinus issues, such as in my case. It's not indicated for me. And I learned the hard way because I was so scared, man. I was scared because I was thinking it would not stop. And I was just like, "Oh my God, oh my, next rag. I was to that point, and I'm holding back. I'm trying all that, and it's running down my throat. So I had to stay this way because it was coming so bad. And I thought, and my wife started looking it up. You might have blown an artery. And I'm like, I started getting scared. And I'm like, oh gosh, call the school. I didn't know what to do because I'm the driver, to get the kids and everything. Like, oh man, I'll never forget that. So after the discussion with my doctor, they checked everything out and they said, yeah, it was the Allegra. You can't take it. So I was like, oh my gosh. And that scared the hell out of me. It's a new drug. Hell, I'll try it. I can't take anything like that. It's like, oh wow. It just caused my nose to just, and it was not just blood. It was like bloody plasma water. It was really strange. It looked like spinal fluid and blood mixed together. It was really gross. It wasn't normal. I was like, oh my God. Frightened to death. Anyway, sorry guys. Yeah. That was a visual.
Yeah, my concern is this guy's nose bleeding a lot. He needs to get it taken care of.
Yeah, if it goes on more than about 10 minutes or so, it needs to call the doctor.
If there's quite a bit of blood that's being lost.
About 10 minutes, yeah.
I mean,
if it's like what I was, I would not hesitate like I did. I'm medically trained. I knew at what limit I could take. But for the average person, 10 minutes, you got to go. Yeah, because otherwise you can bleed out before they get there.
Yeah,
it's bad.
Yep.
It's no joke because they actually have to put a balloon up your nose to stop the bleeding. They shove these balloon things and inflate them to stop it.
Yeah.
And then you have to go in surgery and cut through the top of your mouth here. I already looked it up and they have to fix it. Yeah, it's like it happens to people. Yep. People that have done maybe things in their past perhaps weakens those blood vessels. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say more than that. Just say that I do have some consequences. Yeah. Back in the day when I was young, stupid,
Those over-counter meds.
We've all been there.
Certain kind of meds. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah. No, I ain't done nothing. For a smile.
Jim, check the Zoom chat message. I told Wintermute last night. I think that's the one I'm going to get.
Jesus, this isn't a link. It's a freaking novel.
Yeah, it's for $4.99 for a motherboard with 4 M.2s on it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to put no more 5 or 2.5 drives in there. I just wanted to use all M.2s.
Hey, that's a lot of heat, brother. Especially if you're in a RAID configuration or thing with all 4 M.2s. There's been other YouTubers and stuff that proved it. When you start running all those, the more you add, the more heat, the more power that consider that, in your cooling and whatever. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I'm just saying it's gonna get warm, even with heat sinks.
How
The
my,
more M.2s you add.
obviously it's your money to spend, Sean, but I'm questioning why the hell you think you need all this storage on this machine. I mean, are you loading it up with games that fast?
Yeah. I already had to go through a 2 terabyte and I just bought like 8 games yesterday and filled it all up.
I could see that. Yep, I could see that. Yeah, because things like games like Valheim and No Man are like 500 gig each, something like that on the drive. Yeah, it's huge. Plus the saves, if you're saving all the time, oh yeah, auto save, oh yeah, it'll fill the drive in a hurry. Sure will. If you can clear your auto saves and save space, just get your last save. That's what I did. You got to clear your auto saves because that'll build up fast.
How much did you say Grand Theft Auto 5 was? How many gigabytes?
Grand
I'll have
Theft
to look
Auto
on my
5
machine. I think about 500 or so. It's huge.
No, Grand Theft Auto 5 is 115.
Well, I have all the mods and everything. Well, I have all the mods and extensions, and yeah, I got a lot more.
Yeah, if you add the mods and all that, it's gonna be even more.
It's huge.
probably.
It's huge. Yeah.
And how long
Same
did it
with
take to
Valheim
download?
and No Man's Sky. Yeah, they're huge. Yeah.
Ken, after I build my new computer, I can just put this one in a smaller case and ship it to you.
Put what? The case in a smaller case and ship it to me?
No, put everything I'm not going to ship this big case to you. This will cost me an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
But I'll put it in the other case it was in and put it in a box and ship it to you, and you can have a full system.
All right, we'll come back to that in a minute. Stealth's coming back. I want to address the nosebleed. Pinch your nose. Let me start my camera. I don't have a nosebleed right now, but you want to lean forward. You want to take your forefinger, your thumb, and you want to pitch it as hard as you could possibly stand. And if after about 10 minutes you still have a nosebleed, you need to go to the ER. And since it's probably been at least 10 minutes, you probably need to go to the ER. I mean, I could go back and chat and see when the first mention of nosebleed was and kind of base it off of that. You also might try putting an ice pack on it as well. Sometimes that helps. And of course, if you get any blood down in your throat, you want to spit it out so you don't choke to death on your own blood. Aren't I just the joy of good news tonight? So what, Sean? Oh, Sean left.
Why does he keep saying Ken?
Because he wants to show his nosebleed on Zoom, and I'm not going to have a snuff film on Zoom.
Oh.
Yes.
I mean, you guys know, I believe it or not, I vet people when they send me an email. We have a series of couple questions, and depending on how those get answered, they get the credentials. If they don't get answered, then they don't get them. What's the specs on the computer to the right, which is white? To your left? Yeah, that one.
64 gigs of RAM and AMD Ryzen 5700X. It will come with a 2 terabyte Gen 4 980 Pro. It'll come with a 2 terabyte Gen 3 NVMe drive, and it will come with a 1 terabyte 2.5 inch drive. And it comes with a Mugen 5, and it will come with a RX 6600 and a 600 watt power supply.
You built that, right? Your own? You built that? Yeah, I thought.
But like I said, if I build this new one, my mom says it has to go. So, but I'm not going to ship it in this case. This case weighs like 500 pounds with everything in it. So it will definitely make me broke trying to ship it. So I'll go to the Outback and grab the case that it was in and ship it to you in that case because it's less heavy. But
You were in Australia?
no.
You said the Outback. You gonna go to the Outback?
Well, that's what we call the garage in our backyard.
So by a show of hands or the word yes or I or whatever, how many people on Zoom have built their own computer?
How?
Hey ho. I would think that would be obvious by now, but hey ho.
two in my case, one for me and my mom's computer. Which, by the way, my mom's computer will be 5 years old this May and has not had a single problem.
Not sure I said that we want a history of the computer build or not. I was just wanting to know who built their own computer. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not sure about Stealth. Chris is 7. I'm not sure about Jose or not.
I guarantee you Stealth probably built his own.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. Long Dog said he's
Yes,
built his.
I have built all my machines. I have never bought one.
So
I have never bought a machine. I build them all. Yeah, from the beginning.
So about 12 of us on here on the Zoom have built
Is
our own
changing
computers.
motherboards on a system, does that count?
And that's borderline. It's Chris. It's borderline. I mean,
Yeah, that's borderline.
I changed the memory on my computer. Does that count? No.
No.
No, I mean physically changing the motherboard. Like if you had a pre-built and you had to get a new motherboard, it died or whatever.
That's borderline. That's borderline.
And just for you, I will. If you want me to ship it to you, I'll give you I'll install a fresh copy of Windows 10 Pro on it. It's already activated, but I'll just install another one after I delete all my stuff off of it.
I don't want 10 Pro. I want 14 Pro. Do you not listen to what we say here?
But Keen.
Ken, what was that for?
Do you not listen to the stream?
I had it muted.
I go DVR. It's in DVR mode. Go back, and you will understand.
I had to switch headphones, guys. Sorry.
I was going to ask you, Sean. You said that game. You said GTA 5 or whatever was 115 gigs. How long did that take for you to download that on your connection? Just.
Can you put them in the waiting room for that question?
Or do you remember?
It's still downloading. I paused it because it's going to take like probably over the whole night. I'm going to leave my computer on tonight and let it do it all night because it's only at 7-something gigs and it's going to slow my internet connection down if I get on Zoom. So that will have to, I'll have to unpause it when I go to bed and let it do it all night. So that's how bad my internet connection is. It's going to take all night to download. And I'm hoping it's done in the morning. So my mom says nothing's really matters around here for this, but she doesn't want to raise the internet. So I have to deal with the connection.
So another follow-up question I have is how many people in here have built multiple computers?
I do not have, I don't have enough fingers and toes.
Specify that as in for yourself,
that
not for other people. Well, I guess that would count too, though.
3,600.
I built one and a
devices.
couple of borderline.
That was one job. 3,600 devices. I put my hands on every one of them.
Dang.
Well,
Well, I got some more. I'll be back. I'm gonna put the stream on pause, and I gotta start building some computers.
A map to go find it.
I built a computer and it didn't work, so Carrie had to finish it and get it working for me. But I built a computer with my dad for me, and it didn't work, so Carrie fixed it.
Yeah, mine's all Intel and AMD. I don't know anything about Mac or whatever. The different guys handled all that stuff.
Oh, you
can't build Macs.
You can
build Macs.
And you know
Go
what?
ahead, Jim.
He talks so much crap about AMD, and I've never had a problem with AMD.
You don't, Chris. You don't build Macs.
No,
you don't.
I've never worked on that. Yeah, I've never worked on the Macs. Is all I was saying.
Oh, you do. Oh, let me tell you. That's a joy, and by joy I mean a disaster.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm friends with Lewis on here on YouTube, and after seeing what he went through and seeing he gave me the links to how he buys his maps with the chips. He gives all the 3D whatever with the chips and how he does it. I'm like, oh my god, yeah, it's a lot of money. Yeah, it's a lot of money to buy that stuff. It's like $300 data recovery. Yeah, to buy those machines are $10,000. Man, it's thousands. Yeah, it's well.
Oh, caramba.
So, I didn't want to say anything Saturday. Of course, Doug watches the streams anyway, so I should have. You can actually put a Mac on a virtual machine. I've done it. I belong to a group
Well, I
of.
believe that. Yeah, I believe that for sure.
You can. I belong to a group that I can't remember what it was called, but you took IBM or an Intel and Mac, and there was a certain cute little name for it. And I only did it to get a grasp of how Macs worked. And other than price and language, it's a computer. You know?
Exactly. Well, honestly, the first computer I actually put my hands on was an Apple IIe, an Apple machine. And I learned about a little bit about the language. And then I went from that to IBM and what up through those things. But I want to go back and look at it because I understand enough to go, oh, okay, it's like riding a bike. You know, oh, I got this. I remember. You know, when I see it, I just got to see how they got it, you know, where everything's at. I'm like, oh, okay, that's where the menu is at. All right. And my friend of mine that I've done tech work for to help save pictures on the phone, his is an iPhone, and I was able to interface it with this laptop, which is Windows, and I was able to get it to work and get his pictures and save his stuff. And we did pretty good. We did, you know, he was like, "Thanks, brother." You know, when you can do that for someone, that's pretty awesome. You know, hey, can you get this working? It's not working. You know, I used different machines. I was able to extract the data and save it for him, and yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, unlike riding a bike.
Bro, I need these pictures. Hand me a broken chip. Can you get this? That's kind of how it went. Yeah, man. Let me see what I can do. Yeah.
Unlike riding a bike, I forget all of my computer stuff. I used to be able to do virtual machines, and I haven't done it in so long. That's why I asked Doug on Saturday, because they say once you learn how to ride a bike, you never forget. Well, it doesn't run true with me and certain things. Of course, I know you guys find that hard to believe, but
I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I understand, brother. I understand.
Most music and movies are made off of Macs. I watched a docu series where most movies and music is made off of Apple computers because they're so good.
That's true. And a lot of you look at the YouTuber videos like the sailors. If you like follow the different sailor community and the whole traveler community, they all use Apple products. All the stuff they do because it works with Starlink. Starlink and Apple, they work really well together. And that's how they upload all their videos and stuff that you see, because you can be able to see and upload the video. And they've been doing that. And it's pretty cool. I've been following like SV Delos, Uma, all of them. Gosh, I've been following them for years. Delos is probably one of the most famous.
Alex wants to say something, but he's worried about saying something.
Well, I was going to say that I tried to install a Mac in like a VMware a long time ago, but like it requires all this funky. You have to run commands in the funky commands in the command prompt and all kinds of stuff.
If you've never worked with Apple, it can be difficult to learn if you've never worked with it. But because I learned, that's the first thing I learned. For me, it's like, oh yeah, I remember this, kind of thing.
An Apple computer is the one thing I do as an IT guy. An Apple computer is the one thing I've never had any experience with.
Count your blessings.
The college had two. The college had two iMacs in the library, and the whole time I was there, 8 years, almost a decade, they never worked. They were never plugged in, ever.
So
back in those days, who knows?
Yeah, when I put my Mac on my virtual machine, it was no different than once I found out how to get the damn ISO from Apple. It was the same thing. I didn't have to put any special commands or anything in.
As far as I know, there's only two ways to get the ISO or whatever Apple calls it from Apple. And that is number one, to have a Mac, go on the App Store and download it and save it on a flash drive. Or number two, you download it from somebody that's already uploaded it on like a Google Drive that has a Mac.
Well, if you're talking about rendering videos and stuff like that, say they have like their work on there in Apple, you have to have the proper stuff to get it off. I agree with that. I see your point there. Yeah, you'd have to. And that's difficult to do.
But that's the only two ways I know of to
Yeah, you need
Download
another
an
Apple
Apple
to get it
image.
off properly. If they've edited video and whatnot, yeah, in that application, yeah, I don't know of a compatible format, and you wouldn't be able to copy it properly. That's true. That's true. You could save the file maybe, but you wouldn't be able to re-render it or anything.
One thing's for sure, Apple does not want you to be able to download their
it's
software
proprietary. It's
unless you have
proprietary
a
stuff.
not like Windows. They're not nice like Windows, and basically they're not nice like Microsoft. That basically gives away their software for free now. You don't even have to. You don't even
Apple,
have to activate it to get it to
You gotta
work.
pay for Apple, man. You gotta pay for that. Yeah, you do.
Yeah. It was quite a few years ago. I lived in Vegas at the time, so and that's been 7 years.
Hey, Ken,
Yes.
did you Zoom chat message? I
All right.
want your confirmation.
No, I've been bouncing back and forth over here. Couple things going
Hey
on.
Jim, you sound like you're feeling better, brother. Oh, I'm sorry, Ken. I apologize.
Yeah, he looks better.
Yeah, I thought it means something.
Seems to be.
Well, I've
all
never
right.
looked good, but that's another subject.
Okay.
I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
Still.
It'd be hard a newer version to put on a virtual machine, because now they're looking for the M2 and the security chips they have in it, iMacs and X.
Back. Let me answer your doggone it nose itches. I must be going to win the lottery tonight.
Sarah City Society. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, what is it for me to say? Everything was.
Well, if you can say what I just typed to you fast 3 times, I'm going to be impressed. You'll see why. I gotta go catch up with chat here in a minute. I've been kind of busy behind the scenes.
Let me say that I am proud and happy, that I regard this great honor, not so much as an award for
What? Whose background am I hearing? And it can't be
I'm
mine
not
because
sure.
I
It's
don't
not
have
me.
anything going. I hear something. I'm not sure what.
William.
Might have been him. Might have been him.
TV or something.
William's
Yeah.
looking away like, what?
What do you mean, man?
What background noise?
Yeah, he might want to crank
So,
down the
hey,
sensitivity
William,
on the mic.
Are you married?
Is that better?
Are you married?
Other than the living room, it's hard to hear you.
No. Is William married?
No.
Do you live with your mom?
Yeah.
Okay, this is why I asked, because I was gonna, before I ask, I actually was gonna go, Mom, I'm on YouTube! But I decided not to do that. Well, Sean caught the joke, and Stealth Mode almost caught the joke. Am I still muted?
Almost. Oh, wait. Hold on.
A lot of YouTubers tell you it's not worth doing the Hackintosh and stuff. A lot of YouTubers will try it.
Thank you. That's what it was called. Hackintosh. That was the group. And yes.
Yeah, they tell you not to do it. It's too much work because you actually got to have a real image of an Apple computer to do that. And not everybody has an Apple in their house to do that with.
I tried to do it by downloading whatever it's called, ISO, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't think you have to. Alex said you did, but I've got it.
Back when I didn't, it wasn't all that hard to do, and I probably didn't keep it a month. I think I kept it a month, maybe a little longer, about like with Fortnite. I got in there, I saw what I needed to see. I have actually repaired one Mac computer, and when I went to give it back to the person, client, whatever you want to call them, customer, whatever. You keep it. I really don't want it. I sold it.
Doug still has that. Does he still have that Mac?
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Hey guys, listen, I want to show you. I have a certified Apple product. Let me show you. It's really high quality. It's the real deal. It's an Apple product. I had to do it. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
All right, sorry.
All right, we got huge technical difficulties now. Everything's gone.
Sorry, babe. Okay. My wife's like, what are you doing? Sorry, man.
Okay, I'm still on Zoom, right?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, I can hear you
Okay.
guys. You can hear me. I don't know if I'm on YouTube or not because I'm looking at my background screens on my computer. Everything disappeared except for.
Yeah, I'm seeing your profile picture on the YouTube.
It might be frozen. YouTube looks frozen. Yeah, it's frozen.
Okay.
Oh, they say they can hear your voice.
We're all frozen.
Can't see ya.
There we go. I think we're moving. Okay, hold on. There we go.
No,
The Zoom's frozen.
you got
Yeah, bear with me a minute. I mean, it's a good thing we're over an hour because, oh my
But
gosh.
the YouTube's not buffering, but the
Oh, that's good. I can't see it, but at least it's not buffering.
Hang
Jim,
on,
put
hang
him
on,
in the waiting room. I
Hang
can't.
on,
No,
let me take a
no, Jim,
screenshot
don't.
of stealth mode on YouTube. Oh my God, I'll be a millionaire if I can get a picture of it.
Alex, it's not frozen on me. It must be your computer.
All right.
He's gonna need to go like to children's.
Somebody.
No, he needs to go to a dentist.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, stealth mode! You should see the picture you left on YouTube.
which
I
one?
just took a picture of it.
YouTube does look frozen. I have it back. It looks frozen.
Yeah, it was frozen for a second.
No,
yeah,
it's
it was like,
mine's
whoa.
frozen right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
it's
the
definitely
chat
frozen.
keeps going. The
really
chat
slow,
keeps
it's
going, but YouTube's frozen. Your cam's
Yeah, it's
up.
slowing.
All right, bear with me. I'm working on getting this back. So go back to OBS. Did something get
I'm
caught
still on
here?
hour 16 minutes. Yeah, hour 16 minutes.
Okay, somebody wave in YouTube for me.
I'm waving at both. I should be at both.
No, you're still frozen.
OBS is frozen too. Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
All right, I'm working.
I can't show
I'm
this
working
picture,
through this.
darn.
Bear with me.
Everybody minimize YouTube right now. That'll help Ken.
No,
Everybody
no,
minimize
that
YouTube.
actually that won't help Ken because I can't find YouTube's fine. I got YouTube. I got my monitoring. I got OBS. I need to find Zoom, and I'm not sure where or why or.
It says that you're still live, Ken, on YouTube.
Well, if you guys,
That's
if the chat room can hear me, if YouTube can hear me, then I'm still live.
Yeah, put 5x5 in the room.
Yeah, if you guys can hear me, put something in there so that they can report it back to me that my audio is at least working. I haven't hit any
can you hear
stream
us,
deck
5x5?
buttons. I haven't
Okay, I
hit
can
any.
hear us.
What in the hell is going on here?
But YouTube's frozen. Your cam's
Yeah,
up
it's
there.
frozen.
All right, bear with. All right, I found Zoom.
Okay, now it's unfrozen.
And it's unfrozen, right? Because I see.
Oh, let's see. Hold on.
I see Sean moving.
Well, you can just look at the
There we go.
flames.
Yep, I'm back.
You
Look at the
probably
flames.
had
Yeah,
Zoom minimized, and it probably messed it up.
I'm going to put you in the waiting room myself.
Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good.
Jose's like, hell yeah, put him in the waiting room.
Now I got to go find YouTube chat. Oh, I should bring him back so he can insult my intelligence on that too. Check clocks. Wintermute says check clocks. Okay.
10:16 EST.
They should be back. I don't know if they're functioning or not.
I've been cooking all day.
The concern I have is I've got my monitor YouTube there. I've got OBS there. I've got Zoom in the chat here. And over there, I had something going on. All of a sudden, all of them went to my background. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm giving directions here. My camera's not on. I have monitor, OBS, Zoom, chat, and then my if I need to do something in the background, monitor over here. All of a sudden, all four of them at the same time went poof, and Zoom was gone, chat was gone, OBS was gone, and the monitoring was gone. And it was my background screens. You got me. You got me.
Could have something to do with the delay between all of us that are on Zoom and also on YouTube, because I got both live and running, and that could be pulling some, some serious bandwidth on you. And if all of us are doing that, yeah, that has an effect.
I don't think
I've
that would
noticed in
affect
other
my
places.
personal system, though, would it, Stealth?
possibly just your overall bandwidth, man. Just all of us, if all of us are doing the same thing, instead of just being 4 or 5 of us, there's 10. Imagine if we were all 2 of us and we're all going, that's kind of what's happening. And then the more
Good
connections
job,
you have,
Jim.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to duplicate what happened.
Quiet. Don't mention it, Sean. Don't mention it.
That's just very
I've
weird.
noticed
Jim,
the
I
same effect
answered
in
your
other
chat.
platforms.
But
There's too
Ken,
many
since
people
you
for
said
your
your
bandwidth.
monitors flickered, it could be a graphics.
They didn't
Could
flicker.
be a graphics card update.
Okay, you're
or
about to go
video
back in
update.
the waiting room. They did not flicker. Everything was gone at one time. 1, 2, 3, and whatever was over there, gone. Disappeared.
And you know what?
There was
Ken?
no
It
flicker.
did
There was
coincide.
no.
It coincided with me leaving and coming back again because I muted, went off mic quickly and suddenly because I needed to take care of the kids and stuff, and so I muted everything real quick, and then I came back suddenly.
Try it again, Stealth. Try it again.
Okay.
And see what happens.
I'll do what I did before.
And I am going to go ahead.
I did this right here. I did this right here.
Okay.
I still
his
got
camera off.
everything.
He's got his mic off.
Right. I know he shut his mic off, and I'm good with that.
I don't think it was anything to do with that.
We're an
Okay,
hour
then I
20.
came back suddenly like this. Then I came back suddenly like this. You might be right, Jim. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that was so.
No.
Let me go glance at chat
You had to
before
go
I
boom boom real quick.
end.
And as far as you putting me in the waiting room a while ago, it wasn't me trying to insult your intelligence. It
Yeah,
was
you might have been
simply
doing that at
an
the same time.
observation.
You might have been putting him in the waiting room at the same time I did that. That's a possibility. I just thought about it. It was like, yeah, it's about the right time. It's like, yeah, possibility. Plausible. It's plausible.
Okay, Stealth, on the count of 3, you ready? No, let's not.
Okay, what do we
Let me,
do?
no, I'm not. I'm going to catch up with chat, and then I'm going to end the stream.
All right. We can experiment later, yeah.
Roy's worked on some Apple machines. Poor
What's
Greg.
on
Why
some?
are
I
we
wanna have
saying
a
poor
little bit more.
Greg? What did Greg do? Let me go back further in chat. I'm not seeing anything referencing
Yeah.
Greg. So
You should say poor Alex or poor Professor. Not
We're professionals here.
Well, some of us are.
Former professionals. Yeah, if I say former professional, that would be the honest truth.
check reliability monitor. Maybe I don't even know what that is. Reliability monitor. Okay, I am going to end
it's
the
a program
stream.
built into Windows.
Liability monitor. Oh, you got insurance, man? Yeah. It's like you might suggesting insurance. Yeah, often they'll do
A
that.
Windows thing. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to end it.
That's interesting. I've never seen a pop up with insurance yet for like a liability for Windows and what you say. That's interesting. That could be something to look out for.
This is
that's
crazy.
interesting. Is that what it was, Ken?
I don't know. Nothing popped up. Everything popped gone. If they would have flickered, no, I have Windows 10, Roy. If they would have flickered, or maybe something would have popped up, and maybe I hit the X and everything would have went away, I would understand that. That's not what happened. It's crazy. So I better give a specific shout out to Greg Guy, who was 4th tonight. And for some reason, my chat won't let me go all the way back again. I give up.
Congrats, good guy.
Yeah.
It's always a race.
Darren was 1st, Bobby was 2nd, Tony was 3rd, and Greg was 4th.
I was late. I was watching the races. NASCAR race was incredibly awesome today. It was carnage. It was like a derby, man.
Down there in Austin, wasn't it? Down in Texas?
Yes. On the road course. It was incredible. I loved it. There were cars jumping and slamming each other.
I'll bet.
We were like 7 wide around the
I'll
hairpin
bet.
turn.
All right, I think I've given out my shout outs to everybody. Jim, Tony, Bobby. I did not see Jeff Wintermute was there. Robert Michaels showed up briefly. Roy, and I don't even want to go with the last name. Kajir? Kjear? Or it's probably one of them odd names that you don't pronounce one of the letters. It might be Roy Keir. I don't know. You guys know me in names. If it's not Bob, Bill, Sam, we're up a creek. It's pronounced care. Now, I would have never gotten care out of KJEAR. We'll discuss that at a later date.
Yeah.
Seriously.
What about Sue, a boy named Sue?
Johnny Cash. Shows when and why crashes and other issues happen. Okay. Like Borg. So BJORG is Borg or born. No, is it Borg or born? Are you Swedish? Like Bjorn Borg? Bjorn Borg? Oh, Norway. Okay. Here. Huh, you learned something. All right, I'm ending the stream. We are at 1 hour and 25 minutes. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, William. I'm not shutting Zoom down. As you all know, we keep that going for a while. And I'm kind of looking forward to this stream, Zoom, or whatever. Bye.